Hawks win! Hawks win 7-1 over the Arizona Coyotes. Yes, you heard me right, guys. The Hawks win it 7-1 over the Coyotes. They are playing great hockey. They only allowed one goal. Again, back-to-back games. That's good. And now we had a big victory over the Arizona Coyotes, who we are in a playoff race with. Beating the Coyotes 7-1 is a big effort win by this team. It was a win that the Hawks needed, and they beat them by a former Arizona Coyote. Yes, you heard me right. A former Arizona Coyote came to play, and I'm going to talk about him soon. This game was a big win by the Chicago Blackhawks and over the Arizona Coyotes, as I said. And well played all around hockey. Hawks had one power play, did not produce on it, but they did have one thing that was very rare, you don't see much anymore of, a penalty shot. Going into tonight's game, I said, if the Hawks can outskate the Coyotes, they have a chance. Well, they outskated the Coyotes, outplayed the Coyotes, and won this game. Corey Crawford played a hell of a game in net for the Hawks, even though he faced a total of 25 shots. He allowed one goal on 25 shots, so went 24 for 25. Good numbers. For the Hawks tonight, they had a total of 34 shots on net and 7 goals. They chased the goalie, Darcy Kemper, out after he allowed his 4th goal of the game. So total shots on net. In the first period, 6 shots to the Coyotes, 11 to the Blackhawks, 9 to the Coyotes in the second period, 16 to the Hawks. And in the third period, the Coyotes actually outshot the Hawks 10-7. So total shots on net, 25 to the Coyotes, 34 to the Hawks. So when we went to this game, it was something I said, they have a chance. And that was a fun live stream tonight, guys. I loved when you guys showed up. It was fun. So we now move to a 500 record again. Hopefully they can advance it finally. We're now sitting at 30-30-9 on the records for the season, where the Coyotes are 34-30-5. So let's get to the goals, why not? In the first period, from the Arizona Coyotes, ex-Blackhawk number 14, Richard Panik, scores his 12th goal of the season, assisted by Christian Dvorak, to make a 1-0 Coyotes lead. That's the only lead the Coyotes take, though. The puck bounced off the ref, and it got right to Dvorak, and Dvorak ended up shooting it. It rebounded off Crawford, and Panik buries it. So that's their only goal for the Coyotes. We put up 7, so here we go. Get ready, guys. In the first period, at 6:38 in the first period, scored from number 11, ex-Coyote, his first of the game, Brandon Perlini, his 9th of the season, assisted by Brent Seabrook and Alex DeBrincat to make it a 1-1 tie game. In less than a minute and a half later, score at 8:09 in the first period, scored by number 20 on the doorstep, his 22nd of the season, Brandon Saad, assisted by Jonathan Toews and Eric Gustafson. That assist from Jonathan Toews gives him his 70th point of the season, by the way. And that's it for the scoring in the first period. Hawks lead 2-1 over the Arizona Coyotes, but we have more goals to go, guys. So in the second period we go. at 3:16 in the second period, scored by number 11, his second of the game, and ex-Coyote Brandon Perlini, his 10th of the season, assisted by Dylan Strome, another ex-Coyote, and Dominic Cahoon to make it a 3-1 Hawks lead. At 6:26 in the second period, from the fourth liners, number 14, Chris Kunitz, his third of the season, assisted by David Camp and Marcus Kruger to make it 4-1 Hawks. And here we go again. More goals were scored. At 8:50 in the second period, scored by number 88, his 41st of the season, Patrick Kane, assisted by Artem Anisimov and Dominic Cahoon. This goal was a thing of beauty. It was a tic-tac goal format. Kane fed the puck over to Cahoon. Cahoon fed it right back to Kane. Kane fed it over to Anisimov. Anisimov sauces it right over to Kane, and Kane buries it to give the Hawks the 5-1 lead. Okay, who expects this? At 14:08 in the second period, Jonathan Toews gets on a breakaway. He's slashed and he gets the penalty shot. So we go to a penalty shot. Jonathan Toews looking for his 30th of the season. Here we go. For the 6th goal of the game. And his first of the night, only of the night. And his 30th of the season. Scored by number 19, your captain, Jonathan Toews, to give the Hawks a 6-1 lead. And the scoring's over at the second period. So we have to wait till 3.6 seconds remaining in regulation to do this. At 19:56 in the third period, scored by number 11, ex-Coyote, for the hat trick, Brandon Perlini tips the puck in the net and the fedoras went flying. Assisted by Alex DeBrincat and another ex-Coyote, Connor Murphy, to give the Hawks the 7-1 win. And Brandon Perlini, congrats and hats off for you for getting a hattie against your ex-team. I bet that felt awesome to do it against your former team. This game was a big win by the Hawks, playing a team they're in a race for a playoff spot for. Getting a win like this is a statement that the Hawks don't want to quit, and they did that. Corey Crawford played another great game in net for the Blackhawks, and Perlini has been stepping up his play as of late. The fourth line as well has been playing very well with the Blackhawks, and this team is wanting to push for the playoffs, and they could do it if the other teams ahead of them keep schneiding. Minnesota, who's in the second wild card, lost today. Colorado, last I checked, was losing 2-0 to the Carolina Hurricanes. Good for the Hawks. This was a big win, and the Hawks took advantage. As I've said, big game for Perlini, being an ex-Coyote, scoring your career first hat trick against your former team. Congratulations. And this was a fun game to watch. I thought we could have put up a 10 spot, but I guess the Hawks didn't want to do that. So, in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were from tonight's game and how fun it was to see the fedoras going flying with 3.6 seconds remaining in regulation. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I know you enjoyed the outcome too. 7-1 over the Arizona Coyotes. And most of all, let's go Hawks!